What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm Matt, that's Dan, and that's Ash.
James.
Good afternoon. We are almost at Christmas now. There's 2 more shows to go until we can have a couple of weeks break, and rather than just talking about games, we can actually go and play some games.
Yeah, because we spend so much time talking about them.
We really do.
But we don't mind.
I enjoy talking.
Yeah.
Any excuse to be in a room with you, Ash, for an hour.
Oh, you're just too kind. I know it's Christmas, but...
It is. That's your present. You're welcome.
Thanks.
1 compliment a year. So if you're not familiar with the show, this is a weekly show where the 3 of us get together every Monday to discuss the latest news topics in the video game industry. We also then go through the game releases for that week before each picking our favourite games of the week. So if you like video game news, we also do Let's Plays and other conversations, but you can find out everything we do on our website, thegamerinitiative.com. Link it down below. I don't know why that's Roadrunner. Yeah, Bob. You alright?
Yeah, he wasn't straight.
Oh.
He was
That's fine.
turned.
So number 1 on the list this week, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We saw a trailer last week. We talked about it very quick fire in our PSX coverage. So we now have a little bit more time to reflect on these things. And there was a new piece of information that came out from Square Enix that this remake is going to be released as a multi-part series. That was the exact quote. He's basically said that, or the representative said, producing a proper HD remake of Final Fantasy VII that maintains the same feeling of density of the original results in a volume of content that couldn't possibly fit into 1 installment. Bullshit. I have played Fallout 4, not as much as you, and I have played The Witcher. There is no way that this game is bigger than either of those games.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just a way of having 2 games and making...
3 games, or 4 games.
And making more money. I think, this is like back in the day when you'd have to, insert disc 2.
Well, that's just it. I think they're just working disc by disc.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can only fit this much of data, which is on disc 1.
Yeah, but that was obviously when it was like 700 meg CDs, not...
Yeah, and to be fair, at least you got both discs in the one game. You didn't have to buy them separately.
You have to wait 6
Unless
months.
you bought it second hand and one of the discs was missing.
Well, if you did that, you get what you deserve for buying second hand. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap.
But this is a strange one. I was surprised.
I don't care because none of us here are really big Final Fantasy VII fans, so it doesn't hurt us or cut us deep as much as it did some people on the internet.
Yeah.
So do you think it is literally more than milking the asset, as it were, for more money, rather than, as they say, because they can't do it all in one go?
Yeah.
I don't know. The other side to the coin we just said before we came on air was, at least now we'll get some of the game before like 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what the scale of release is. I mean, like, is it 1 bit every 6 months, or is it going to be like a 1 a month or something similar? So therefore, because they're not short games,
no.
So it's like we're releasing it bit by bit, making sure it's really good, really popular, whatever.
Yeah.
And by the time you've actually managed to play through part 1, part 2 will be there.
It's not like Life is Strange where you could just play through it in a few days.
No, that's true. It just depends how
on what
close those releases are. I think that's a good point. If it's monthly, that's... I mean, yes, you'll still have people that will still knock it out in a weekend and then be disappointed for the next 28 days. But that's
their fault.
That's not as bad as if it's year by year by year.
Yeah, it's like if you have a bit of a game that's supposed to give you like 20 hours of gameplay and you play it all in 2 days, well, that's your fault for not spreading it out.
Well, let's say their fault. I would love to have a weekend where I could play 20 hours of video games.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like giving you content. If you happen to consume all the content in the shortest possible period of time,
yeah, I know.
Then that's down on you. It's not on the creator.
Well, it is on the creator because they could release it all in one day.
But it's like you look at The Witcher 3. It's like between 100 and 200 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
If you manage that within like a week and a half,
well done.
Yeah.
Get a job.
without doing the actual maths as to whether that's possible.
It is possible.
But you know what I mean. It's like if you do that, that's down on you. And then if you've got nothing else to fill like the next month
until the DLC, yeah. If anyone is unhappy about this, though, you can go and buy Final Fantasy VII right now on your PS4. The original, the port, no up-res or any fancy stuff or new, more action-heavy combat.
Super heavily pixel game.
The original game, I think
full.
it's about £8.
In full.
So this is...
That's another thing as well with this, is it depends on its price point. It's like
That
if
is
it,
the
if it
key
adds
thing.
up to just being the same as the game as one, which it should,
It
when
should
you're doing that sort of thing, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
If it's coming out, works out double what a game costs because it's coming out bit by bit, then that's a problem.
That's basically what we're talking about here. Is this game going to become a £100 game rather than a £50 game?
Can you really have one game going over more than two? Like a big game. This isn't like a story game that's going to be going over 3 or 4 different episodes, like Life is Strange or Resident Evil or any of those Telltale games, for example. It's not like that. This is a big game, and if their reason for doing it this way is because of the size. I mean, have they stated it's because of the size specifically?
Well, they've said, yeah.
Because it's too big.
His exact words,
So-
like I said, it was, the volume of content couldn't possibly fit in one installment.
Can we
Even though it did last time.
Can we really think that it's possible to have one game fitting over more than 2 discs? I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's the digital era as well. It's like, discs mean nothing. So
to send me the file.
I personally think it's the money issue. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're gonna drag their fans along a little bit longer. I don't think it'll work out much more expensive. I think we might maybe get 4 £20 or 4 £15, £20 games.
The
Maybe.
thing is as well, if it's going digital only, that you're still paying a premium on that at the moment.
Well, yeah, we are, because that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
That is right.
Anyway, let's move on to number 2. More controversy.
Yeah.
This time surrounding Naughty Dog's Uncharted. Now, we were introduced to a new trailer, first premiered at last week's Game Awards, where we saw a new character, Nadine Ross. She is a South African woman of kind of like a mercenary, guns for hire organisation. She is black, which is fine, but the person who is playing her is Laura Bailey, who is a white American.
Yeah.
And obviously, the internet did not approve of this for, I can't really understand the reason why.
No,
Because they stole the job from a South African.
From a black person. That's what they stole it
I
from.
know.
No, not at all. If you look at what was said, Druckmann said that basically they cast black, white, South African. Every ethnicity. There's no or you have to be within this category in order to cast.
Of course not. It's voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's the beauty of it.
they did open it up to everybody, and like they've said, this was just the right fit for the character they wanted.
Yeah.
Laura Bailey's got a great CV behind her. She was Fetch,
Was the most recent, yeah.
in Infamous. She's. I've watched the clip and I think it works fine.
Yeah, it's like, what did you say as well before cameras? Like they'd actually come up with the concept of the character as in the backstory.
Yeah,
before
all
they
they had
come
was
up with the design of the character.
at the time that Laura Bailey was cast to play Nadine Ross, they only had a bio of the character.
Yeah.
So they knew she was a female. They knew she was going to be South African descent. This
Yeah.
kind of be this like mercenary gun for hire, but it didn't have a picture. And they had black, white, American, South African people all come in for it, as you said.
Yeah.
And Laura Bailey was. Druckmann said, no question, was she the right person? She was blown away by her performance, and there was an interview, and he says it's not just about the individual performance; it's about the chemistry that actor then has with the other actors. And she said that he said Bailey had really good chemistry, with Nolan North and
because I
all the
don't
other
know whether you've
actors.
seen like how they film all of the stuff for it, but they do everything in their motion capture suits.
Yeah.
So they're actually
it is acting.
Yeah, they are properly acting it, and so like the lines are coming out.
Yeah.
They're acting it there. They're doing it in the studio, like to voice over it if they need it, and so on. So it's like it's all being done at once.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the same as casting an actual film. You need
Yeah.
the right chemistry, otherwise the characters don't work.
It's worth just noting, and a very important point, is that this is a white actress playing a black character, and Druckmann has actually said that they have a black actor playing a white character, and there
What?
There doesn't.
They whited a black person? How could they do that? What racists?
There doesn't seem to be much talk about that. So look, it's ridiculous. It's
It is
absolutely
ridiculous.
ridiculous because it makes absolutely no difference what bloody colour you are. Like it's a voice and it's a character.
Yeah.
It's
Naughty Dog have
It
done.
makes me angry.
You do not
It does.
hear blue people complaining about the lack of blue people voicing the Smurfs.
Yeah, it's.
I saw
crazy.
a thing on, I think it was NeoGaf thread or something, where it was basically like, is anyone bringing up the fact that the person who voices Bart Simpson isn't an 8-year-old yellow dude? Or something like that.
Yeah,
It's a boy and acted by a woman.
She's like a 50-year-old white American woman.
Yeah.
that is the point. It's voice acting at
That's
the end
it.
of the day.
It's-
If you can make the voice sound right for the character, then you are the right person for
Yeah.
that character.
Exactly.
Naughty Dog did exactly what he wanted them to. Pick the best person, irrespective. And he said, if we felt that Bailey was the best, but then had to go a black one, we're only go or black woman or whoever, that would have been out of fear.
Yeah.
They knew this was going to be controversial because that's what people are like nowadays.
Yeah.
PC has gone.
Oh, it's
Oh, well.
too far. Yeah.
You know what?
It is.
Maybe they should just patch in, change her ethnicity.
Maybe they should just do what the guys are doing on Until Dawn. Beyond Two Souls, when they're making everyone be more white, so the internet believes. Did you see that story?
No, I haven't seen that one.
So it's coming on PS4 now, and there's like this scene of like Middle Eastern, like Arabs, basically, and people have compared the pictures, and the Arabs now look more white, and now everyone's moaning about it, and he's like, well, no, it's
crazy.
that's just if you look at all characters, like you see the black people are more black, but it's just the improvement of the textures and the colours on the new console.
Yeah.
It's nothing to be like. Can you really imagine a director going, he needs to be less Arab, like one random NPC in the background?
I know it is. Clearly people have far too much to worry about. Get a life.
Yeah,
Like
I think we've
yeah.
reached a point where people are just finding stuff to be offended over, so that they can just be offended.
Yeah.
But there's a comedian, I can't remember his name. He's an Australian comedian, and he brings up a really good thing. He's like, we can't do things because people might be offended. It's like, so what? What happens if you're offended? Nothing. It's like you can say something about me and then I'll be offended. What happens? Nothing. It's not like, oh, Mr. Ashley, he made fun of my hair and then I was offended, and then I woke up the next day and had cancer. It's just be offended. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But anyway, this is a video game show,
Yes.
not a PC show.
This isn't the Ukraine Parliament.
No, we all get along. Assassin's Creed, Dan's favourite series, or
One of.
Yeah. 2 new games coming out in the next couple of months for Assassin's Creed. Now, before anyone gets too excited, these aren't the big AAA annual releases they do, where you only allow one of those a year. This is Assassin's...
Ubisoft change their mind.
Until they do too.
Then it'll be at least once every month.
Yeah.
We've got Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia coming January 12th and February 9th, respectively. These are the 2.5D kind of side-scrolling game. We saw the China one in the summer, I believe, or maybe kind of late spring.
Yeah, it was before summer, but yeah.
These I've played the China one, and the story was a bit weak, but the art style's really cool. The game plays actually quite well. It actually works well on that kind of like the 2D kind of side-scrolling aspects.
Yeah, because each of them's got their slightly different art style to it. But I can imagine that the story would be weaker because, well, the Assassin's Creed stories have always been about immersing you in the world.
Yeah.
And you can't really do that.
Yeah.
The Chronicles ones, so
Hopefully.
it will miss something.
Yeah, I mean, the reviews for China were kind of average to good because of that. They just said that it wasn't it. But if you're interested in picking these up, Ash, there'll be a trilogy coming at the release, and also even on the Vita in April.
Probably not. I mean, I do like the main Assassin's Creed games, the big blockbuster titles. I do enjoy them, but these just don't appeal to me at all.
There's enough other side scrollers where having to put the Assassin's Creed license on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just, when the China one came out, it didn't really appeal to me. And seeing these as well, nothing's Nothing's changed. Nice.
Sorry.
But no, nothing's really changed in my mind.
Yeah.
It's I mean, like you say, there are lots of other games that do the same sort of functionality that don't have the Assassin's Creed title, and some
Do it better.
to some degree are better.
I almost feel, in one sense, that they made these games so that they don't have to visit these places in the big games.
I think so. I think people have been crying out for like a...
People
Yeah,
have wanted
like
feudal Japan since like the
Yeah.
first game.
Yeah.
You know, they've gone China, they haven't touched. They've gone around Japan. They've got China, Russia.
Yeah, but I think to get to
India.
Japan, because like the storyline has always been moving forwards in terms of chronological order. So it's like we went from medieval times and now we're in Victorian times and everything that spans in between. That to get to Japan, you're kind of having to
Go back in the
jump
timeline
back
now.
again.
So do you think we're going to
on
see
that
a?
basis,
Do you think we're going to see a futuristic? Assassin's Creed?
That was my next question.
Well, you need to speak louder.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, well, I have no problem with
I
that.
was going to say, if it keeps going at the pace it's going, surely at some point we're going to
Yeah.
get to current day, and then
Future.
Like the
Potentially.
problem is, like, even though they did away with the Desmond storyline as such at one point, they still haven't properly separated themselves from that, which is why I think it's still going as it is. I think they just need to do a hard stop somewhere and just go off back in time.
Yeah, I mean,
Because the more modern we get, the
Less interesting
less
as well.
appealing I think it can get.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
we have plenty of modern day open world games that are arguably played better than Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find that out in probably maybe E3 next year, so a
We
few
will.
months away.
I'm sure we will. Yeah.
If you don't want the Assassin's Creed titles, Ash, here's one for you. You like dinosaurs?
Who doesn't?
Exactly. Ark Survival Evolved, the early access Steam PC game, is now coming to Xbox One as part of their own, I think they call it preview program. I believe
Yeah.
it was announced at E3 this year. So that will be arriving on the Xbox One this week. Sorry.
Wednesday?
Okay, so the game's still in development. at this
Yeah, so
stage.
it's still in early stage, but you'll buy this, you'll get all the upgrades, and then when the final game releases, you pay. It's basically paying for ongoing unlimited beta access.
Yeah.
Effectively.
And then you'll keep your progress.
And you keep
when
your progress and
okay.
everything, and you get the final game. So basically, it's just a way of getting the game early. Been very successful on Steam. We're seeing a couple of games now come to Xbox, and I can't wait. I said to you before off camera, this game, I will fly a pterodactyl, and that is my goal in this game.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like I've seen this game and so on, and my main concerns is it'll start off. It'll be one of those games. Oh, great! I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then you'll reach this point that if you don't have that creative mindset that you kind of see in Minecraft, where people just go off and do whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I've built my mud hut. I've built my spear. I've stabbed dinosaur in butt.
Yeah. What else is there to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if there is much of a storyline to this game. I don't really know much about it, other than that it's got big multiplayer elements and it has dinosaurs, and you're kind of on this strange island. I'm sold. I don't need to read anything. I'll experience it myself.
Yeah.
I'm
intrigued.
It looks fine. I'm just worried it's one of those games that,
Content is limited.
well, not necessarily limited, because I think it's going to be one of those limited by yourself things.
Okay.
But I think it's without any form of direction how much I would actually stick with it.
Yeah.
We'll clarify and say this is a £20 game, so obviously don't necessarily expect the full kind of 60, 100 plus hours that you maybe get in a £60 game like The Witcher or Fallout. It is a lower price game, but I will be doing a Let's Play as soon as I get my hands on it. So
It's something different, which is nice.
Hopefully.
It's nice to have something that just takes a different approach.
And if that game maybe you feel is a little bit too long for you, then you can pick up Gone Home, which is coming to consoles in January 12th to be exact. That will be on Xbox One and PS4. This is the storyteller adventure game that was made famous on the PC, won Game of the Year awards for its story, apparently one of the best. So if you haven't picked it up, I believe it's just a couple of hours experience that you'll be able to enjoy. Coming out in January, good time as well. We have we had Amplitude last week that's coming out, I think, just a couple of days before this. So now you've got your January games to enjoy before the February mad rush.
Well, if you're not already or not still working through your Christmas backlog.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. That is true. Well, that will be a conversation we're going to have very shortly. Probably next week for our final party chat.
Yeah.
We'll have as a, what games are you going to play for Christmas? Maybe even this week. I'm decided yet. We'll discuss that after.
All the ones that I've not had time to play because I have given my life and soul to Fallout 4. So that's Tomb Raider, Star Wars, Just Cause 3, Metal Gear Solid.
Just says save it for party chat.
Yeah.
Christmas is only 24 hours, Ash. You're in trouble. Alright, that's it on the news front.
I know.
We will go into the games this week. So, as I said, despite it still being kind of almost Christmas, we have 11 games that have come out available this week, ranging in quality. We'll start at the top. Among the Sleep. Well, I say ranging in quality. I've played none of them, so I can't judge. Well, actually, I've played one, but I can't judge the quality. But in terms of size, is that the right word I'm looking for? Magnitude,
Scope.
height.
Anyway,
Budget,
you get the picture.
Among the Sleep for the PS4.
Yeah.
Not sure if we talked about this game before. Everything kind of merges into one massive blur for me. But this is a horror game where you are a 3-year-old toddler, and basically the game is you're, as the kid, living through his nightmare, which there must be something that's quite scary about the fact that, in a normal horror game, you get a gun and machete, or you get something, but like as
Or
a
you can run, or
as a toddler, you're defenseless.
Yeah.
So I reckon that could be quite interesting.
and also you're very low down.
Yeah.
As well, it's like
everything
all the danger is above you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which is even more intimidating.
I think as well. I mean, it was only when really watching this that I thought, in all fairness, I think as a toddler, nightmares must be quite scary, and for babies, because obviously they do have nightmares, but it must be quite scary. So it's quite a nice. I think it's quite a nice thing to do. Not nice, it's not the right word, but it's something different, and it makes you think. I think about, in reality terms, what that would be like potentially.
It's better than just having another zombie horror game.
Yeah.
Or kind of mass killer on the loose and stuff like that.
I think the concept's fantastic.
We also, on the PS4, got Guns Up. This is the free-to-play game that was just announced at PSX last week. Available now. Tower defense sort of game.
Yeah.
Not too much else to add other than what you're seeing on the screen, but it's free. I like the price.
Yeah, can't complain. The only way that can be better is if they're giving you money.
Well, obviously,
it's a very bad business.
That wouldn't. No, I don't think you would last long with that kind of business model. We actually have another game on the PS3. I didn't realise games were still coming for just these consoles.
Yeah.
Yakuza 5. We did touch on
Dust
this.
it off,
God, no thanks.
Yeah.
It can stay where it is.
Yeah, I've got to get the Hoover on the back of mine.
I turn my 360.
Dust is about that thick now.
It's mad.
Like a brick.
Yeah.
I put my 360 on this week to play Red Dead Redemption, which you should go and check out on the channel, by the way.
Yeah, great game.
The best game for my generation. The noise that my 360 was making.
Was it like a jet engine?
I don't know if it's partially because it hasn't been turned on for a while, so it's built up a bit of dust inside, or if it's just. I do remember the consoles being a lot louder than the ones we've got now.
Yeah, they were.
But my Xbox was on because it was running on for the TV. And when I turned this thing on, and it was like firing up the jet engine. I was like, whoa, is that broken? And Sarah even turned to me and said, "That doesn't sound healthy." I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure that's just how they sounded."
I know I can remember, but I've got to turn.
Still
mine on
can't beat
point.
the original PS3s though for noise.
I
I
think
think at that generation they are the loudest.
I've got one in my roof. Yeah.
What?
I've got a spare one up in my loft.
Oh, okay.
Up in my roof.
I thought you said on your roof. I was
No,
like,
no,
what's it doing on there?
I've got no. So I bought one of the slim line.
It's for Santa when he comes round. It's like if he wants
The
to
only
chill
way it
for a
doesn't
few
deafen
minutes.
you if you have it literally outside. Yeah, I have one of those original ones. That is the jet engine.
Yeah, no, I remember that before I replaced it because my one died. So when I went to the PS3 Slim, it's just it's not that much different, but it is noticeably different between the two.
And it's a nicer looking console.
Oh no, I like my big fat glossy one. I still got it. It's not version 1, it's version 2, because version 1 came with I think a 60 gig hard drive, but it was too expensive, so they brought out a 40 gig one to make it cheaper.
But the 40 gig one lost the backwards compatibility that the bigger one had.
Yeah.
So it's you can have it cheaper, But you lose space and you lose functionality.
Yeah. Mark II. And it's still going strong today. Just about. Hanging on.
My one died.
Oh, anyway, what were we talking about? Yakuza 5 for the PS3. So if you're looking for a Yakuza game and can't wait for 0, which we talked about last week, coming to PS4, then or maybe you just haven't yet made the leap to the new gen.
Maybe you just need your Japanese fix and you can't wait for Final Fantasy VII.
Wow. Final Fantasy VII is
the HD remake.
The HD remake, yeah.
So,
So that's there for you PS3 folk. Hopefully, if you are a PS3 person, you'll be getting blessed this Christmas with a new console, because if you're not, I do feel sorry for you.
It's like when you got a PS4 and all your friends have got PS4 and Xbox One, and you haven't got the Xbox One.
Exactly. It's
just like, I hate to be that person.
It's just like you're missing out on so much.
Yeah.
It's basically the equivalent of only having one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of toned it down. I was going to be much more harsh, but I don't know. We've got Guns, Gore and Cannoli, which is now on the PS4. Originally was on Xbox One, so if you'd had an Xbox One, you would have probably already played this game, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But now for the poor folk with one console, they can pick it up. Good little side-scrolling 2D game. You're a little mafia dude shooting zombies and not like Nazi zombies and stuff. So
Matt, this was one of those games that Matt got incredibly frustrated to playing.
I did.
Yeah.
I haven't played it since I Let's Play.
I know.
Who do you know?
Well,
you got that drone in my house already.
No, I knew that you would have, because of how frustrated you got by it that one time.
It was
like,
annoying.
Oh, you were getting so mad.
It's like Matt is never.
I get mad at every game though.
Yeah, you do.
Just Cause is raging me quite a lot right now, just because it's when you use the hook, you're trying to get to the top of a building, but if you don't grapple high enough into the building, you hit it, and then he tries to jump on the roof but can't jump high enough, so you basically just jump to the side of the building and then fall back down again. So, fuck's sake. 3/4 home we had last week on the Xbox, so again Xbox getting out ahead. But it's now on PS4 for you, Dan, and the Vita. If we don't have one of those either, but right, I'll stop it now. You started it. I wasn't going to. So this one is
complain to HR after this.
Yeah.
The suggestion box is just out there. It's got a little handle on it.
It's got one of those special things to send it down to HR.
Send it down here. Okay. This is a little story game about a girl on her journey home in the car. I believe that's what we said last week.
Yeah, story.
I did pick it as my game of the week. I haven't played it yet, but I will play it at some point. I might get it now on the PS4 for those trophies.
Yeah. Assuming it has them.
Yeah, it will have. Might not have platinum though. Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors for the PS4 and Vita.
Tell us a lot in the
I'm sure everyone's been waiting for this game. It was instantly recognisable as soon as I saw it. It is actually a twin stick shooter, although the trailer is very, very weird. There's a woman singing in the background, which that amused you, Ash.
I just couldn't understand it. It was like the music didn't go with the game.
It's like
it was
the
a very
trailer
weird
did
way.
Everything it could to not show you the game.
Yeah. Which is weird because it looked like a decent game going on in the background, but you couldn't see it properly.
Because it was too busy telling you about how many screens you could use and like zooming out and going all fuzzy and giving you text.
It was an odd one.
But yeah, if you're looking for there's loads of twin stick shooters, but if you particularly want this one, that is now on the consoles for you. We have Star Wars coming to Xbox One. We've talked about this game before. This is the unicorn manatees that go head to head in battle.
Yep.
Because obviously,
why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
There's not really much else that needs to be said about that.
There was not. No.
If you want to be weird,
yeah.
The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. It's probably the only game that's weirder than Star Wars this week.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a roguelike dungeon crawler, randomly generated worlds, but Isaac is a weird dude, to put it politely.
It's a bit creepy.
But I've heard good things about this game. I have heard good things.
I have heard a lot of positive towards it. Even if the look is a bit odd.
Creepy.
Yeah.
But it makes it stand out. You won't forget it.
That's true.
That's true, yeah. And the soundtrack.
I won't sleep tonight now.
The soundtrack, I think,
burn into your horror dreams.
Equally as the soundtrack's equally as creepy, I think, as well.
Next up, we've got Tennis to the Face. No, sorry.
No.
Baseball Riot for the Xbox One.
Surely you mean Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, yeah. All of the above.
Yeah.
This one, yeah, it is effectively, you'll see on the screen now anyway, but you are a man hitting a baseball and
Trying to knock stuff over.
hitting other people over. A la Tennis to the Face, a la Angry Birds, a la...
Every other game of its
Probably
generation.
stop saying a la, to be honest.
Yeah.
Donald Trump won't let you win if you say it one more time.
Let's not go down that road, please.
Starpoint Gemini 2 for the Xbox One. Someone help me, I've forgotten what this one was.
Space exploration.
Yeah.
Thank you. This one, yeah. So you build your ship, explore the universe, because the universe is so full of many, many exciting things that let's make a game out of it.
Well, that's what they're doing with No Man's Sky, so...
Yeah, but that one is you're allowed to go to planets. This one looked like as you were stuck in space. You could like build like a space station, and you seem to be stuck on your ship the whole time.
There's a lot more of the black than there is the planets. So.
Yeah. But anyway,
And just because he said No Man's Sky, don't put it as a tag on the video just to get more hits.
why not? I'm gonna put No Man's Sky as a competitor. And then the final game for the week, 6180, The Moon. I don't know which one it is.
And then all the way.
618 6180.
6180.
Anyway, it's a little puzzle game. The name.
The name's a
means-
puzzle.
The name is puzzling. I don't understand how it has any relevance.
No.
And I've even forgotten the tagline now. It's something like music, puzzle, sound, or something.
It's, music.
Music, puzzle, space, or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a black and white puzzle game. It looks like maybe you're controlling like a moon, but really it's just a white ball.
No, it's the moon.
It's an odd game.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd game. Yeah, I think it's like any other puzzle game. I think it's simple,
Fine.
effective.
Not for me.
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
What is it?
personally, I think there are better puzzle games, but this one may well appeal to some people.
Exactly. So that is it on the game fronts this week. So we now come to that moment of the show where we pick our game of the week. Ash.
It's a real tough one this week because, as you would expect, being this close to Christmas, no massive games are coming out. So it is very much, I think, looking through them and comparing them relative to the other games that are being released this week. I quite like the look of Among the Sleep. I think it does look appealing. I like the concept of a 3-year-old's nightmares and thinking that as weird as that might sound.
Evil person.
I know. It's intriguing.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, whether I will be picking this game up,
No,
I
you will.
don't
Yeah.
think I will. if I'm honest.
It's game of the week, not gun held to a head purchase in a week. We don't buy our picks every single week.
No.
If we did,
don't.
we'd have literally no money. Although, if anyone out there wants to sponsor us, we have over 5 viewers per video.
I do nearly buy every game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you do. You buy a lot of games.
I do buy at least.
But you won't buy any this week, I don't think.
No, I won't.
I might gift you 3/4 10.
Is that your pick?
No, I picked that last week.
Okay.
I don't think I can pick that again.
No, you couldn't.
I think I'll go with you again. Among the Sleep, I think looks like something a little bit different. I do like my horror games, so but Guns Up has the best price, so maybe that one wins.
It's free.
Dan,
I'm looking at it and I want to go away and look at it a bit more and actually find out whether the game is actually a game. But it's Darius Burst. I want to actually try
you're
and
more
find...
intrigued.
I want to go and see, because that's probably something I would feel more likely to play out of that.
Out of all
and
of
keep
them.
me entertained.
You're
But
clearly
I want to go and actually see what the game looks like.
you're clearly the audience that they were targeting when they did that trailer. Like, who should we target? Let's target those people that are easily intrigued and want to investigate further. Dan Gilbert,
And there's
step
no video
forward.
anywhere. The only way you can find out what it truly is by purchasing the game.
Yeah.
All gameplay videos are somehow banned from YouTube.
Well, if that's the case, then I won't be buying it.
You have to find out.
Yeah.
Otherwise that question will be itching in your mind forever. You'll be able to sleep at night.
Uploaded in China. So there's restrictions.
Okay, so that's it for this week. We now are down to just one more episode to go before the Christmas break. So
And we got our Game of the Year reviews.
we will have our Game of the Year, so those will come. We will do those after the New Year to give everyone time to play their Christmas games and stuff. So yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you think about the stupid controversy surrounding Uncharted. Hopefully you agree with
Or
us.
Final Fantasy.
And Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be interested to know from Final Fantasy fans how angry they are. Because you see angry things on the internet, but then you just assume that it's just
Well,
trolls.
a lot of it is just drama, unnecessary. It's,
So,
you know, there are
Yeah.
bigger issues.
The problem is
There
with
are
the
always
internet
issues.
is just the people who shout the loudest, and then the silent majority
Silent
are
majority,
just
yeah.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
I basically, I'm always of the opinion of, my mum always brought me up, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
And then you ignore that.
Unless it's to someone who doesn't have an Xbox One. But no, I would never slam things like online.
Yeah.
Unless it's people being stupid.
Yeah.
Because people
Yeah.
need to be told.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Dan.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
And everyone out there, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.